All right, so continue on with the reading from A Year of Daily Wisdom by Marianne Williamson. So continue on. She said life is like a book that never ends. Chapters close, but not the book itself. The end of one physical incarnation is like the end of a chapter. On some level, setting up the beginning for another. So here we go. For some of you with spiritual beliefs, and I just don't believe that there's any end to life. I believe that life goes on and life continues. You get out of one form, you get into another form. When you were a baby, that was one form. You were teenagers, then you get into another form, and so forth. And when you die, same thing. You leave the physical form, and you go into a spiritual form. So that's what she's saying here. And she said life is like a book that never ends. It never ends. It continues, right? Chapters close, but the book itself. But not it says chapters close, but not the book itself. The end of one physical incarnation is like the end of a chapter, on some level, setting up the beginning of another. So life continues, life never ends, and that's what she's saying here. And this has to go with your belief system and the way how you believe. If you're thinking that, well, you are going to just die and that's it for you, hey, cool, fine, that's your belief. Some people believe that they're gonna go to heaven and they're gonna be with their Lord and their Jesus Christ or whatever the hell their belief systems are. But here, if you can learn something from her, I think that's what she's trying to say here, is to say to you, telling you that it continues on, it never ends. There is no ending to life. Life goes on. If you hear that saying, people say that often, life goes on. And so she's saying that life never ends. I don't know what your spiritual beliefs are, or if you even have any kind of spirituality, if you even associate yourself with any form of spirituality. I'm not saying being an atheist is a bad thing, because trust me, I've been there, and I don't think all of it is bad. But I'm just saying it is not the end all be it all, right? You need some kind of spirituality. You need some, these materials here to go over, because that's just my personal belief. I believe that there are three things that we need to be successful in this life. We need spirituality, we need prosperity, and we need a larger vocabulary. That's just my belief. If you can be very spiritual and you are not that smart and you are broke. You can be very smart and you are not that spiritual and you are broke. But I believe that when you have all three, you are smart and you think prosperous thoughts, and you are also a spiritual person. I believe, that's just my belief, that way you have all three. You are smart, you are spiritual, and you are living a prosperous life. I just believe all three should work together. Some people, they're gonna say, oh, money is bad and money is evil, while they are very spiritual. And some people are very smart and they don't really have a lot of money and they have no attachment to spirituality. I personally believe you should have all three, right? So we are gonna go over these materials here and learn them, listen to them over and over and over. These videos are gonna be short, so we can read these and listen to these words, spiritual materials, and use them, adapt them into our own life, so we can change our belief system to become better than how we are right now. So let's read that two more times. He said, life is like a book that never ends. Chapters close, but not the book itself. The end of one physical incarnation is like the end of a chapter. On some level, setting up the beginning of another. Life is like a book that never ends. Chapters close, but not the book itself. The end of one physical incarnation is like the end of a chapter. On some level, setting up the beginning of another. So the reason why we are reading them more than once is the repetition, is to hear the same darn thing over and over and over and over until it becomes a part of you. I know some people are having trouble with repetition. Repetition is the mother of all learning. I was listening to a gentleman was talking about the book Kaibalion, and he said he read that one book over 200 times. Bob Proctor, he read Think and Grow Rich from 1961 until 2022 when he passed away. Over 60 years he has read that same book for. These people might know something that we don't know. Repetition is the mother of all learning. That's how we are going to change our lives, is through repetition, right? So I'm going to move on to another some more pages through this book here, and we're gonna make these videos and put them out there into the YouTube universe, and see how we're gonna listen, because I'm learning just as you right now. You are, we are pretty much on the same level, learning together right now, right? So we're gonna use these materials here to change our lives, and see us 6 months from now, a year from now, and see what our lives look like. All right. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Bye.